why don't you tell me first off about the show this year? I mean, it's exciting, I'm sure, every year, but what were some of the highlights?
Well, it was a big year this year for us. It's always a very big year for the collector car market in general, a big place for the collector car market in general. August in Carmel is where the largest volume by value of cars trades hands ever in the world. So this year is especially important with the sale of the Ferrari 250 GTO we had. That set a new world record for the most valuable car ever offered at auction.
Why do these 250s always go for so much? What is it about the Ferrari 250?
Well, it's just a spectacular machine. They made only 36 of them with a 3-liter engine, 3 more with a 4-liter engine. They had a prolific race history. Every single one of them did incredible things, and they just combined the incredible beauty of a Ferrari road car with the incredible beauty of a Ferrari race car. And it's one of those things where it's a purposefully designed machine. It was designed to race and win races, and just as a result of the way it came out, it looks stunning.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And for 1954 as well, it's just shockingly beautiful.
Well, it was more towards the early 60s. They made them from 1961 through 1964. They made the 250 GTO model, and it was part of the 250 series, which they started making in the early 50s and actually continued nearly through the mid 60s, producing that model with the 3-liter V12, refining it a lot along the way. But the 250 GTO is just a perfect car to get in, drive to the racetrack, race, win, and then drive home or to the bar, as a lot of the racers in period did.
I wonder why the 60s seems to be an era that is unbeatable in car design and prices paid at auction. I mean, will other eras come into popularity, or is just this the heyday of car building? Well,
it's nostalgic collecting has always been a pretty strong factor in the car market, collector car market. And if you think about 50 years ago, the people who have reached their peak earning years are now retired. They've got a bundle of money sitting under them. They were teenagers when this car came out, or they had pictures of it on their wall, or this is the car they wanted. And so now they're going out and buying them. And I think that we'll see there already is an increasing trend towards people spending a lot more money on cars from the 1970s, cars that we really didn't think people were going to spend as much money on. I mean, Lamborghini Countaches, Bonhams had one in June that sold for $1.2 million, which had bested our record by 50% that we had sold last year. And then later that month, we sold another one for $1.8 million. And, you know, this is a mid-70s supercar. So they're really on a tear. And even cars that are a bit later, even from the 80s, are doing very well. If you look at a Ferrari F40, you know, we had one in our auction, sold for $1.4 million. That's about twice what it would have. Actually, it's the last one we sold that I can remember off the top of my head, sold for about a quarter of that. So it really increased in value, and that wasn't too long ago we sold that car.
Got it, Eric. Excellent talking to you. Thanks so much for joining us. Eric Minoff there, Bonhams Motoring Department Specialist, coming to us from California.